football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us from Bank of America Stadium, home to the Panthers here in Charlotte, North Carolina. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. On the move from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run the RPO and Forsythe makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Used to play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the lone back. He's into the open down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Dogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season. Get a touchdown on the board right away. Create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets him to the 26, a gain of 1. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. Where do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got to... Versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Try the run. Got a little space. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. He's it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad one to shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact blank hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
On third down, he drops the throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Might be changing the route. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 times.
They'll spot the ball with the 12 after that completion.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing it. You can't really get hands on it. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he makes the extra point. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice bomber, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making checks. To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's caught. There we go. Past the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throwing catch, and he's down to the 5.
The offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Firing to the right, complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? This is a design run. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. Oh, drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
call the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. The ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough. Those are tough to swallow.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's Algier.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wideout. They're looking to throw on second and short. The throw to the outside is complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that will be a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it go. Right on the money. Oh, he's getting a haste. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big throw.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period, first down here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
One of the things I love about this offense is they love to go for it on 4th down. And we've seen it early in this game already. I think you're going to see it again here. They've got supreme confidence in their offense to be able to go get it done. And you get the feeling this is a big-time play in this game. They're able to convert this one. The momentum is squarely on their side.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Rush is on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do. He threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Balls it in. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bulldog. He got a step and just dusted the field. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you add my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams aligning, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They are up by 7 over Alabama. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David,
Balls in the deep ball. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
what a throw on 1st down, first play of the drive. I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play, and what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else, but in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football, sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out. Quicker, that hit forced the incompletion.
And the Noles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. He has NBA experience. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Seminoles will hustle from the line. Sends it back in motion. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Flies it out of the air. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
The offense changing the play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated that the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same page.
And this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
The give on the option. He's in open space downfield. Pass to 45. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Georgia. Great job by the back on the option.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll give it on the counter. Makes his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 or 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions are not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Running back searching for a hole.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Touchdown! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone
possession, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's John. Pocket breaking down. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one around.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's when the offense was... That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Caught. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. Just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's John. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls in.
Big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away to buy time. Outside the pocket, let's go. This time he's got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a bad sign for the offense. You're trying to throw screen passes to try to negate the pass rush from the defense. That time, the pass rush even got home on a screen pass.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Fires toward the target. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Got some room after the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it.
He's going for it all. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the Seminoles will try to punch it in on first and goal. He's looking to pass. It's complete on the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When the tight end makes the catch, he just tries to do a little too much after. He makes one guy miss, and at that point starts running backwards. Ultimately ends up losing yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide, and I can throw them the football, and they can make a play over top of somebody.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He slides that just inside the right upright. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of a way with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking downfield on first down. yards left. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving in the game, so no wonder the quarterback's looking his way, and no wonder the defense now has finally figured out they're trying to throw to him. So we got to cover him. We got to knock balls down and force incompletions.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Fires downfield. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job.
Fires toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. This time on target. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw. It's John. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Snap in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Let's go check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 9 over South Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David. Breaks into the open. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
6-9-1, Gators score. 42, Spider. 4-2, Pilot.
Gonna swing it on second down. Gonna take a shot. Wheels it in on the right side. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets the give. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's John. This time he's got it. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Zings it complete to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Making side adjustments here. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football, man. It's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Back to throw, it's John. Oh, they're after him. Got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make the field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And we keep running it and keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. And he won't get it. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through it, and guess what? No flags. No, it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. The give to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, in open space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, no.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome. We'll see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight. give back that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
You're just about to put it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look.
Here we go, here we go.
It's incomplete. Tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Dropping back, it's John. It's complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Leaves it with the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
The football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. Inside the... And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Gets it out quickly. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And some room to work.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American team, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Got his man. Powers through. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Going for it all. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. Runs through the tackle.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
And the Noles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting into his position.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that
running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going downfield for the big play. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And the extra point is good. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here in the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it. And the offense should be able to run out the clock. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
Yankee blue.
Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he is brought down. That